Coming up here on GMA, I'm here in Arizona where they've just been baking for most of the summer. We'll be talking about that, plus Arizona State University, how they are utilizing technology and a robot to talk about heat and heat stroke on a body. Then we've got to get into the storms. Millions of folks impacted as that line just blew through the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, causing damage, knocked out power, and some travel chaos to get into. There's also a new threat, which I'll tell you about. And then Sandra Bullock's longtime partner passing away after a private health battle. We're going to have more on what we know right now. Deals and Steals is on wheels again today, and pickleball. They have a day. National Pickleball Day will be celebrating. Don't miss it on GMA.
Don't forget to get your tickets for this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. They're on sale right now. You can find that information on ksat.com. Just scan this QR code to see all the ticket options. It kicks off August 25th, followed by the triple header on Saturday, the 26th. Well, coming up on GMSA, school districts are looking to go the extra mile to keep our kids safe. What Northeast ISD is planning for later this morning. And up next, Whataburger has got something big to celebrate today. How you can get in on the action if you plan to head a little bit in just moments. And checking TransSky, things look pretty good at 90 and Medio Creek. We had some closures on 1604, but right now things are looking good out there. We'll get an overnight update with Stephen Cavazos. Right now on GMSA, San Antonio police are investigating 4 shootings overnight across the Alamo City. What we've been able to learn about one on the south side. Plus,
I'm getting calls from counselors regularly. I know that this summer alone, we've ordered about $30,000 worth of food.
The extra cost of school supplies is eating into family budgets. So many are turning to food pantries for help. How you can get involved or volunteer.
I mentioned this earlier in our newscast, and I think it bears mentioning again. We're looking forward to the days where the current temperature is our high temperature for the day, but right now that is just a pipe dream.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. Hope you slept well last night. It's 6 o'clock on your Tuesday, August 8th.
Thanks for joining us. And yes, we can keep hoping. I mean, maybe it'll be more than a dream very soon.
Well, Mike said there's a little ripple in the forecast as we go into next week, but we have to focus on the here and the now first.
Well, yeah, and I know earlier Steph had said, yeah, maybe a change next week. It's kind of like we're writing off the next 7 days, which basically we are, because nothing is going to be changing significantly around here. I mean, a degree or two here or there, but we still have the extremely hot temperatures. Got a lot of clear skies out there right now, 80 degrees. We may fluctuate a degree or two in the next hour or so, mid-upper 70s in parts of the hill country. Got a fair amount of humidity. Actually, we've gone up just a degree in the dew point temperature, just that much more humidity. So you will notice it when you step outside right now. It feels like 85 degrees, same thing Canyon Lake, as well as Castroville, and then 81 is what it feels like there at Randolph and also Stinson. Mold is on the low side, came down from previous day's reading. Of course, the updated count is going to come up about 7:30 or so this morning. Heat advisories, excessive heat warnings. The area for the excessive heat warnings has been expanded somewhat eastward, and then the red flag warning, which again a couple of days ago was just this wedge pretty much bounded by 35 and 10 out in the hill country, now covers all of the hill country, almost all of our viewing areas. So the fire danger continues to get worse and worse as time goes on, just because we will continue to dry out. And of course, we have those little breezes in the afternoon, that lower humidity, so that's when the fire danger is its highest later on in the day. 93 at noon, 104 high temperature today, which is going to tie today's record. Yesterday, we set a record at 105. Wind out of the southeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll see if we can find any little ripples or anything way down the road. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's going on, sir?
Well, we did have some flashing lights out here, Mike, along I-10 at Callahan West. Let's get a wider look at TransGuide, find out exactly what's taking shape out there. Now, those flashing lights look like they have disappeared, so that's good news. But if you take a closer look, it does appear that we do have some vehicles off in the grass there, right in front of that dealership. A driver may have stepped out of his vehicle, but this has actually been reported as a crash in the area. I've not spotted any paramedics, and again, it does look like those flashing lights have disappeared, so maybe this is some good news that we are seeing. Also, this was actually reported along the frontage road, as you just saw from that image at TransGuide, heading westbound along I-10. Just always be on the lookout for any of those incidents that could pop up. The good news is it wasn't impacting the main lanes of traffic. I do want to take a drive down here. I'm still seeing this stall reported along 35 southbound at US 90. This came in sometime just before 1 this morning, and that's quite a long time, but I've not spotted anything out there from some of the cameras that are in that area. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that whatever it is, it's already resolved. So wide look at the map doesn't really show a lot else, which is great. We know a lot of people are going to be waking up and getting the commute rolling this morning. If you're rolling on in here to San Antonio, thankfully things are still green from Seguin along I-10 westbound. 30 minutes to the Alamo City. 87 northbound, if you are heading in from Livonia, it's a 33-minute drive time. And for our friends down in Floresville, it should be about 31 minutes to get here. Let's get it back here on TransGuide. A different shot, as you can see along I-10 at Callahan, as we have folks moving in the eastbound lanes, making their way into the downtown area. We'll keep a close eye on things, and I have more updates on road closures in the next few minutes. Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. More students are going back to school today. Jourdanton ISD students will be back in class this morning. Students from Idea Public Schools, Lytle, Pleasanton, and South San Independent School District return tomorrow. And on Thursday, Bernie ISD students are up and running. For a full list of when other districts in our area start school, visit ksat.com.
While you prepare your family for that, we are inviting you to a Nurturing the Minds Back to School Town Hall. This is on Thursday, and you're going to hear from mental health experts and teachers about the things you can do to help your kids get back into school mode. And we're going to stream the event on all our streaming platforms. This is on Thursday, beginning at 7 p.m.
New this morning, San Antonio police say a driver is recovering after he was shot while driving overnight. It happened around midnight and ended in the 1100 block of Southeast Military. Police say the man was driving down Roosevelt when someone in another vehicle pulled up next to him and started shooting. SAPD says the man's car was hit in the wheel well and the driver was hit in the lower back. The driver managed to pull over in a nearby parking lot to get help. He was taken to a hospital. So far, no word on any arrests.
19-year-old O.L. Wallace could spend the rest of his life behind bars after he was found guilty in a 2022 murder. The sentencing part of the trial starts later today. Now, Wallace shot and killed 61-year-old Johnny Mobley at a Martin Luther King Day celebration last year. Wallace testified that he opened fire in self-defense because someone attacked him first, but the jury didn't buy it. He faces up to 99 years in prison.
Meanwhile, an off-duty Bexar County Sheriff's deputy is out on bond for a DWI charge. 40-year-old Araceli Miranda was arrested Saturday night by San Antonio police. Miranda has served with the Sheriff's Office for 11 years and is assigned to the Law Enforcement Bureau. According to BCSO, Miranda was placed on unpaid leave and was issued a notice of proposed dismissal.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is reporting 2 inmates died while in custody over the weekend. BCSO says a deputy found Kevin Arballo unresponsive in the restroom last Saturday. The Sheriff's Office says he had a medical episode. On the same day, a deputy found Wade Graham unresponsive in his bunk. Medical staff took Graham to a nearby hospital. According to BCSO, he died the next morning. BCSO says Graham's death was also due to a medical episode. The medical examiner will determine their cause of death.
In your morning headlines, Southwest Airlines is facing a lawsuit after being accused of racial profiling.
ABC's Derek Dennis introduces us to a mother accused by a flight attendant of trafficking her own daughter.
This morning, a mother in California has filed a federal lawsuit against Southwest Airlines after she says an employee reported her suspicion that the white mom was trafficking her biracial daughter.
She was confused by the whole thing. I mean, what is a 10-year-old supposed to think when you're being questioned by police?
Mary McCarthy and her 10-year-old daughter flew from L.A. to Colorado in 2021 to attend a family member's funeral. On their connecting flight, McCarthy says she asked multiple passengers to switch seats with her daughter so they could sit together. But a flight attendant apparently found something she did and the interactions between the two suspicious. When they landed in Denver, video taken by McCarthy shows 2 officers and a Southwest representative waiting for them on the jetway.
Because of the way Southwest has their seating, we were the it's okay, sweetheart. We were the last ones on because we were the last ones to buy the flight.
According to the police report, a Southwest flight attendant called authorities to report possible human trafficking.
The flight attendants were just concerned about the behavior when you boarded the aircraft. That's all we're following up on. We're not suspecting anything.
McCarthy and her daughter were allowed to go after showing identification. She's now asking Southwest to take action to make sure that no other families ever face the same treatment.
I'm asking for accountability from Southwest Airlines. I want them to acknowledge racial profiling. I want them to reconsider how they train their flight attendants.
Southwest said it's reviewing the incident and plans to reach out to McCarthy to address her concerns. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
Meanwhile, the crackdown by the state of Texas on migrants crossing the southern border has it accused of separating more families. An attorney representing migrant families says the number of cases has grown from 26 to 40 since July 8th. She says law enforcement is separating fathers from their spouses and children and arresting them for trespassing. The women and children are then turned over to U.S. immigration officials for processing. Most of the separated families are reportedly from Venezuela and Colombia. She is urging the federal government to step in and help reunite her clients.
Fire crews in Hays County continue to monitor a wildfire spanning 400 acres. This morning, the Texas A&M Forest Service says it's about 90% contained. It all started on Saturday afternoon north of San Marcos on Oak Grove Road. One home was destroyed and about a dozen other homes were evacuated.
Back to the border, looking ahead, Congressman Joaquin Castro says he will meet with people in Eagle Pass later today as Democrats continue to question Governor Abbott's Operation Lone Star. The San Antonio lawmaker will be joined by several members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and the Texas Democratic delegation. Castro's visit comes after several incidents were reported along the Rio Grande, including 2 bodies found in the river last week.
So before we go to break, today is National Whataburger Day as people across Texas look to celebrate with a burger or a patty melt. The home office in San Antonio is rolling out the orange carpet for superfans. If you'd like to get involved, Whataburger says they are offering a breakfast feast with a tour of the home office on the north side and a peek behind the scenes on what goes on there. So we're going to have a story posted later this morning on our website at KSAT.com on how you can get involved.
610, 79 degrees.
Still to come, a new competition launching this week on TikTok, how you can compete in the virtual talent show before 6:30.
And after the break, a new school year can be an anxious time for teachers, parents, and students. How you can ease your child's fears before the first day of class.
And looking out there with Live Cam, if you're headed back to school today or this week, beware of those afternoons. Try to keep hydrated and out of the sun if you can. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. As back to school gets underway, we are shining a spotlight on Teach for America.
This is a nationwide nonprofit dedicated to helping families and their children get the best schooling they can.
And with the new school year coming up fast, we want to help you prepare your children for the return to class. Teach for America San Antonio recommends you sit down with your children before school starts. Talk to your kids about what their personal and academic goals are for the year. This could also calm any nerves they may be having about going back into the classroom.
For us to be able to humanize the idea that we as adults have gone through it, to be able to share that space and share that vulnerability with them will help them know that they're not alone in any of this.
Having your children write down their goals for the year will help them be able to plan for the year.
The extra cost of school supplies are eating into family budgets, and for many families in San Antonio, that means they turn to food pantries. The Southside ISD Food Pantry and Real Life Community Outreach have been extra busy preparing for an influx in families who need food as the school year gets started. So food pantries like these always welcome donations, and they are always looking for volunteers.
We welcome it. We can certainly use the help. Non-perishable foods, particularly right now we're out of cereal. So cereal would be very beneficial.
If you are interested in getting involved with one of these food banks, there's information on how to do so on our website at KSAT.com.
Also right now on KSAT.com, we have a complete list of back to school days across the Alamo City area and surrounding areas. Each district linked to the approved academic calendar for the year, which provides details regarding student holidays and extended breaks. It's all online for you right now.
And the time now, 6:15. Let's check with Stephen Cavazos to see how the roads are looking.
Well, I've not spotted any school buses just yet, but we know that we will see them pretty shortly. But 1480 Bruffels traffic is picking up there. As you can see, a pretty busy start to our Tuesday morning. We had some closures along Loop 1604 over on the 4 Northwest side as part of the Loop 1604 North expansion project. Now that has since wrapped up, but we can expect to see a lot more people hitting the roads. Just check those vehicles because, again, this is all still reported by TxDOT along I-35 southbound at US 90. I've not seen any issues in terms of traffic, or any of the cameras out there have not spotted any delays. So we'll keep a close eye on it, and I'll let you know how things shape up. But as we give you a wide look at the map, we do have a few stalled vehicles that have also been reported. You can see it right there along 410, not too far from I-10, as well as Loop 1604, just off of Loop 1604 on the far north side. We'll keep a close eye on that, but remember, school buses will be back out today. Jordanton ISD, I know, starts today. Don't forget some bus passing rules. If the 2-lane rule, if you see those flashing lights that pop out from the bus, make sure to come to a complete stop in both directions. That same rule does apply when you're traveling down an area that has more than 2 lanes. And if you're traveling through an area that has a grassy median or any type of barrier there, just remember to slow down if you're traveling in the opposite direction. But if you are right behind that bus and you see that stop sign, you know what to do. Come to a complete stop. I always say it, so we want to make sure the kiddos get to class on time and, more importantly, safely. So we'll keep a close eye on those school zones as well. But right now it looks like traffic is moving here without any troubles, but I haven't seen any school buses just yet.
No.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Well, ask and ye shall receive.
I knew that.
Is it going to do? Oh, wait. Darn it. Here.
Wait for it. We'll wait for it.
I didn't do my homework. Hang on one second. I forgot to punch one button here. Kids, again, this was done on purpose because it's a reminder to double check your homework. Okay, now here we go. I was so excited about the bus and I forgot to.
Well, you know, it's a staggered start to school, so.
Yay!
Congratulations, Mike. We're so proud of you.
I got nervous. I was on the spot there. 79 degrees this morning, and then a high temperature today up to 104. Going to be dangerously hot later on this afternoon. Of course, the very, very high fire danger. So, yes, we did get the bus there.
There you go.
Just had to, get the key in the ignition right.
Kids get there on time.
All right, take a look at this this picture, and I was so excited about the bus I didn't even change pictures here either. So, but we will show this one. There's a little squirrel. I think he dug himself a hole trying to keep cool in that flower pot. Anything to keep cool. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture right there. All right, a couple more planes are coming on in here. We do have starting to see the sunrise, although sun doesn't come up until just before 7 o'clock now. Temperatures are in the upper 70s and some low 80s. We'll make it back up through the 80s this morning, 93 at noon, and 104 high temperature later on today, which is going to tie the record for today. Obviously, not much is showing up on the satellite picture, maybe a couple of clouds out there to the west. There are some showers and thunderstorms not too far to the north of us from Oklahoma over in toward Arkansas, heading in toward the mid-south, and that's going to work its way down into the deep south. If you got any travel plans, say flying through Memphis, flying through Atlanta maybe later on today, you definitely want to check ahead. Hopefully it's not going to be a repeat of yesterday where they had all those cancellations and shutdowns and ground stops there along the eastern seaboard. But notice how everything is still primarily working its way from west to east, and got some definitely fall temperatures up there to the north. 51 right now, Cut Bank, same thing, International Falls. But of course, look at that, Dallas right now at 88. That's the actual air temperature. It's still 95 in Phoenix. And of course, that high remains in place. That thing is not going to be moving. That's what's sitting on top of us. That's what's keeping all of those little systems, any rainmakers, keeping those up to the north of us. And it's just that lid just pushing down on things. That's going to be the situation all the way through the weekend. So nothing changes through the weekend. We stay in the low hundreds, right around 105. Give or take a degree or two here or there. Now, the hope being that by next week, we get another one of these big troughs developing up there in the Great Lakes in the northern tier of the United States, which the hope being it's going to be strong enough to kind of push that high a little bit out of the way and maybe trim temperatures ever so slightly. But that's at best right now wishful thinking. Between now and then, we stay at 105, well, 104 today, but 105 the next few days. Temperatures will be coming down a degree or two going into next week. But again, the hope being that we start to see that sort of overall pattern change. Although over the past couple of weeks, every time I've been showing that and looking down the road a couple of weeks, that things have not played out as hoped for. So again, it's just a fingers crossed for next week. It's the best we can do.
We will do that for now as we deal with the current heat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
621, 79 degrees.
Just ahead, a man who was trapped inside a burning car is reuniting with a FedEx worker who pulled over and saved him. We're going to get an exclusive preview in your GMA First Look.
When you have chronic kidney disease, there are places you'd like to be, like here and here. Not so much here. If you have chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life. Farxiga. And Farxiga reduces the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
Farxiga can help you keep living life. Ask your doctor for Farxiga for chronic kidney disease. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Farxiga.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. A man trapped in a burning car saved by a FedEx driver in the middle of the night. This was the heart-stopping scene nearly 2 weeks ago on a highway in Southern California. Now this morning, they're both telling their story on GMA.
I was yelling for help immediately because I could feel the pain in my body, my legs, my arm. And I realized it's 3 a.m. in the middle of the freeway and no one's out here.
I realized nobody else had stopped yet to help. Pulled over real quick and grabbed my phone and the fire extinguisher and went running back to the car.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll show you their emotional reunion you don't want to miss. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In your consumer headline, Zoom is changing course, and the company now says it will not use personal video and chats to train its AI models without customer consent. The decision comes after many customers were outraged Zoom had a policy that allowed customer data to be used for such training.
Apple Music is launching a Discover station to help you find new songs based on a user's most played tunes. So all music on this new feature are songs that have not been added to a user's library or that haven't been played yet.
On the topic of music, TikTok is hosting a music contest called Gimme the Mic. Contestants will be able to send an audition video, and the top 30 will have a chance to compete in a grand finale next month. The winner advances to a global competition.
And time now 6:26 and 79 degrees for now.
Still ahead at 6:30, one of the largest Mega Millions jackpots ever is up for grabs tonight. Why history will be made tonight, even if somebody doesn't win at all.
And summer travel can be exciting and stressful, especially with kids. How you can make the most of your trip without ruining the experience for your family.
And checking TransGuide right now as I glance over at Stephen Cavazos. And he's grinning at me, so that's a good sign. We'll talk to him coming up at the bottom of the hour.
2 men found shot overnight, and police don't exactly believe it's a coincidence. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you why they're looking for a possible connection coming up.
Also on GMSA, school districts are looking to go the extra mile to keep kids safe as back to school gets underway. What Northeast ISD is planning for later this morning.
Outside with Live Cam, we have the sun peeking through some morning clouds as we take a live look at Loop 410 and San Antonio International Airports.
Hi, good morning. It is Tuesday and 6:30, August 8th.
Glad you're with us. Mike Osterhage is here with a look ahead to the rest of the work week. Another back to school day for some districts in our area.
Yes, indeed. And humid start this morning, and then it's going to be just a blazing hot afternoon. So any sort of, afternoon extracurricular activities, boy, just definitely take it easy, obviously. And we got, as Mark was pointing out, some of those morning clouds hanging around here. A couple little holes. This is from our camera over there at 410. You can't see the smokestacks over there at the quarry right now, but just a few of those morning clouds. They will be breaking up as the morning rolls on, and that then will start the heating process. Still holding at 80 degrees. Dew point stands at 74, so enough humidity you're going to notice it when you step outside this morning, and that makes it feel like 85 here in town. 83 is the heat index up there at Canyon Lake, 84 Castroville. And mold is on the low side. The updated count is going to be coming out in about an hour or so. We do have the excessive heat warnings and the heat advisories. Excessive heat warning has actually been expanded somewhat down to the southeast. And I think this is the really most important graphic is far as the fact that the red flag warning has also been expanded. The fire danger remains very high and is going to get worse as time goes on, just because temperatures are going to be staying up around 105 or so. We got no rain in the forecast at all, so things will just continue to dry out. And then as the humidity drops in the afternoon and we get that little bit of an afternoon breeze, that's why this red flag warning covers about the northern northwestern two-thirds of our area. So warm and humid, some clouds hanging around here this morning. Plenty of sunshine, 104. It's going to tie the record. We hit a record yesterday of 105. Going to be staying up right around 105, near records throughout the rest of the week for those daily records, and maybe down a degree or two. Hopefully, we get some sort of an overall pattern change, albeit subtle, by next week. But we got to wait at least a week for that. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, we had some problems on 1604 earlier, but that's gone, right?
That is gone, Mike. We know it kind of took a lot of viewers by surprise to see those closures out there along Loop 1604. Hey, same here, guys. But remember, TxDOT had to postpone the project over the weekend due to a material issue. We'll work to find out exactly if we can expect to see those closures ramp back up again tonight. But right now, this morning, we're not seeing any issues there at 281 at Hildebrand. Remember to slow down before you approach that curve. And there at 1604 at Marbach, traffic's moving, but expect some slowdowns as you just saw along US 90 eastbound and westbound. Folks are waking up and getting the commute rolling. But remember, it is back to school for a lot of districts, so watch out for those school buses as well. Wide look at our map does show that we still have a few stalled vehicles that have lingered around for a little while, so just check those cars before you have to hit the roads. And if you see those flashing lights or emergency lights, you know what to do. Move over or slow down. If you're heading into San Antonio, we're not spotting major delays. In fact, we are green across the board. Take a look at your travel times this morning. Again, no delays are picking up just yet, but it does look like at least a 40-minute commute if you're heading along 87 northbound from Lavernia. So we'll keep a close eye on things, but at 6:32, we can expect to see a lot more folks wake up and get the commute rolling. There it is at 90 at Meadow Creek, a busy start to our Tuesday morning, but we'll have more traffic updates for you throughout the morning. Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. A shooting overnight has taken a deadly turn.
The medical examiner confirms that a man found wounded in the East Side apartment has died. Katrina Weber is live downtown with that story, as well as the second shooting that police believe may be connected. Katrina, what makes them think that?
Well, it seems it comes down to another man's words and clothing. Now, officers found that man officers found that man around 1:30 this morning on Culebra Road near Northwest 18th Street. They say he had flagged down an ambulance there and told paramedics he had been shot. He was taken to a hospital for treatment of a gunshot wound in his wrist. Police say he told them that he was shot across town at an apartment somewhere on the east side. Well, in fact, just about 15 minutes prior to that, police did respond to a shooting at an east side apartment. It was on Upland Road near East Houston. Now, at that scene, police found another man who was shot in his chest. He also went to a hospital, but he died. The shooter, in that case, police say took off in a car. Now, police were given a description of someone involved in that Upland Road shooting. They say that, as it turns out, that man who they found across town on Culebra Road with the gunshot wound in his wrist, well, he was wearing clothing that matched the description involved in the deadly shooting. They're still investigating this whole thing, but again, they do believe that these two shootings may be connected. Reporting live downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. San Antonio police have arrested the cousin of the Uvalde mass shooter. 17-year-old Nathan Cruz is in the Bexar County Jail accused of making a terroristic threat to the public and a family member. According to a police report, Nathan Cruz allegedly threatened to shoot up an area school. The report also says family members overheard Cruz on the phone trying to get an AR-15 assault rifle as recently as Monday morning.
Happening today, a new episode of the Texas Crime Stories podcast drops in just a few hours. So here's a look at what listeners can expect.
A a serial killer who eluded justice for decades as he was in and out of prison since the 70s.
With his recent arrest and chilling admission of more murders, the investigation takes a new turn, reopening cold cases that could hold the key to uncovering the full extent of his gruesome crimes.
Join us as we dig deep into the past, present, and future of this haunting case, shedding light on the failures of the justice system that has left the families of the victims suffering.
Here's a serial killer that justice was not served. So there's a travesty of justice totally in this case.
We unravel the disturbing details of a murderer who repeatedly slipped through the cracks of the justice system.
This is Texas Crime Stories, The Austin Caller, unveiling of a serial killer.
The full episode is out today, so you can check it out on KSAT.com or our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
As we hinted at, more students are going back to school today. Jourdanton ISD students will be back in the classroom this morning. Students from Idea Public Schools, Lytle, Pleasanton, and South San return tomorrow. And on Thursday, Bernie ISD is starting up. For a full list of when other districts in our area start, visit KSAT.com.
While you prepare your family for that, we are inviting you to a Nurturing the Minds Back to School Town Hall. That's on Thursday. You will hear from mental health experts and teachers about the things you can do to help your kids get back into school mode. Now we're going to stream the event on all our KSAT streaming platforms on Thursday beginning at 7 p.m.
Well, as many students return to class today and over the next couple of weeks, one of San Antonio's largest school districts has a problem.
Doesn't have security guards for all of its campuses, so now the Northeast ISD School Board voted to hire safety specialists to guard its elementary schools.
NEISD plans to post 46 job openings this morning. The district hopes to hire people with military or law enforcement background, but anyone hired will receive training.
These safety specialists will be armed. That's required by the state under a new law Governor Greg Abbott signed earlier this year.
The law says every campus needs an armed security officers, but that's been tough for some districts. Patty Santos explains what some of those districts are doing to meet the new requirements.
Another layer of safety, having an officer at the campus, puts at ease to the parents.
Harlandale ISD Police Chief Adolfo Hernandez says the district will have an officer at all 18 campuses when school starts in a few weeks.
Talking to other chiefs, they're struggling. Law enforcement is declining. Trying to hire people has been a challenge.
At last check, we were down about 4. Southwest ISD says its partnership with San Antonio Police and the Bexar County Sheriff's Office gives them some ease in waiting to hire the right officer for the job. Officers in those agencies can temporarily step in when needed.
We're not going to take anyone just because we have to fill this. We want to make sure they have a good background, they have a good history of quality policing.
Law enforcement leaders we've spoken to say there's a shortage in applicants. They say that's based on pay, hours, and what some call a perceived image against a career in law enforcement. We checked with several other school districts. Northside ISD says it's still in the process of hiring officers for each campus. Bernie ISD has partnered with the City of Fair Oaks Ranch Police and Kendall County Sheriff's Office to have a designated officer in each school.
Sometimes it's not all about the money.
But Hernandez says school policing is a different calling, and he hopes that inspires a new generation.
I tell officers, you're not just coming as an officer, you can be a mentor, you can be a parent, you can be a friend. There's a lot of resource that you're going to have to give back to the school district.
District leaders say keeping students safe is everyone's job. That means parents need to know what their students are doing, what they're doing on social media, who they're talking to, who their friends are. Any problems, report it to district police and they'll take it from there. Reporting for GMSA, Patty Santos.
Looking ahead, some of the bigger school districts in San Antonio don't start school until next week or later. So if you still need to get school supplies, you can take advantage of tax-free weekend beginning Friday and ending on Sunday. Right now at 6:40, 79 degrees.
Just ahead, summer travel can be exciting and stressful, especially with kiddos. How you can make the most of your trip in just moments.
As we slowly move through the hottest part of the summer, we know traveling with kids can be exhausting.
It also can be stressful for the parents and everyone else around. So what's the best way to handle it? Well, no matter how much a parent prepares, kids can still cry, scream, and cause disruptions on planes and trains. You may get annoyed by this. However, experts say it's important to also show some grace in these situations.
Try to put yourself in that mom's shoes and also that child's shoes. You know, it's very uncomfortable for everybody.
Instead of getting annoyed, you could try to offer a helping hand to that family, offer to help get a snack or drink for the child, or ask the mom if there's anything else she needs. Your kindness can go a long way and make everyone's trip more calm.
Time check, just about 6:45.
Let's go ahead and check back with our Stephen Cavazos.
Yeah, things have been moving along just fine here from our TransGuide cameras. As you can see, 281 at Hildebrand, the commute is getting rolling here, but our problems are not being shown from what's happening behind me. In fact, within the last few moments, you see how traffic's picked up there along US 90. I am seeing reports of a crash in the eastbound lanes, not too far from General Hudnall. I'll have to look into that further, find out how that's impacting the commute. But, you know, 90, especially those eastbound lanes, get very busy with traffic. So I'll keep a close eye on that and hope for a better update soon. But another crash also reported right here along Loop 410 westbound at McCullough Avenue. The good news is with this crash, I'm not seeing delays out there, but I'll have to talk to our friends at TransGuide to find out if they have cameras in the area so we can see what the conditions look like. But let's hope that there are no injuries that are being reported. Now let's give you a look at the map here at 6:43. Of course, we're going to expect to see a lot more folks that are going to head out there and get the commute rolling. And of course, with back to school starting today for a lot of kids, just make sure you know what to expect, especially with some of these closures out there. State Highway 16, Bandera Road. We have curb and sidewalk construction that will begin around 9 this morning. And don't forget, folks, this ends around 3 in the afternoon. This is going to take us all the way to the end of the work week. That's Friday, August 11th. Alternating lane closures in both directions from Loop 1604 to Circle A is what you can expect to see in this time period. But as we give you one last look around town, as you can see in TransGuide, things are moving, but we have to talk to our friends back over there at TransGuide regarding some of the issues that have popped up there along US 90 and 410. But you can see from these shots, things don't look bad.
Agreed. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, not too bad.
Really interesting picture right here. This is from Hondo, and there was, as you can see, a bunch of bats that decided to, like he says, colony of bats got lost, took refuge on one of the windows right there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. And there appears to be like a wasp nest up there in the corner. But yeah, that's very interesting looking. So Mark's just kind of seeing some.
Yeah, at first I thought they were like black wasps and then a nest.
I didn't realize.
Cool picture, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
A wasp.
Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. And we got some of our morning clouds now hanging around here. They obviously will be clearing out later on. That's the camera over there at 10 at 410. We are definitely socked into fourth place right there. We will continue to gain at least another 7 to 10 more days just in this forecast period going through about this time next week, maybe beyond that. So it looks like we will hit at least 50 days of triple-digit temperatures this year going into the middle portion of next week. Beyond that, hopefully we get some changes, obviously. We may fluctuate a degree or two in the next hour or so, and then drop down, although with this cloud cover, may not drop down that much. Noon, 93 degrees. Then we get up to 104 later on today. Yesterday was 105, hit a record, set a new record. That's going to tie the record today. And satellite picture. Got a few clouds. If you squint, you can sort of see this really dark shade. That's those lower clouds hanging around here. We do have some rain up there in the northern portion of the state, a little bit just north of Dallas, up around Oklahoma, going into Arkansas, a lot of it there, Arkansas moving into the deep south. And if you've got any travel plans off here to the east later on today, you definitely want to check ahead with that. Temperatures, boy, look at that, almost 40 degrees cooler between a difference between Dallas and International Falls. And that high is what is just sitting right on top of us. And that's keeping all of these disturbances just beyond arm's reach up there to the north. This will not be changing anytime soon, and that's why I think we continue to rack up triple-digit temperatures at least through the first portion of next week. Now, these troughs up here in the Great Lakes are starting to get a little bit deeper, and the hope being that by the middle part of next week, we got this pretty good one up here, that's going to be enough to maybe shove that high out of the way. hopefully shove some of the triple-digit temperatures out of the way as well. But as of right now, that's sort of wishful thinking. 104 today, 105s basically through the rest of the week, and then down a degree or two by Sunday, Monday. But at least we are going to continue to rack up 7 more of those, so we'll hit 50 days of triple-digit temperatures by next Monday.
Wow, I'm a little encouraged just to see a number down.
Yeah, 1 or 2 degrees is like, woo, big cool down, so we'll take anything.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Mike.
About 10 till 79 degrees.
The school year has arrived for some districts, and others like Northeast ISD still looking for bus drivers. Tomorrow on GMSA, why you don't need a commercial driver's license to be hired.
Outside with Live Cam Tuesday morning. If you're starting class today, we're going to be doing this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
If you're starting class today, have a great year. Happening tonight, you have a chance of being America's next billionaire. It's an extremely slim chance, though. Tonight's mega jackpot has climbed to an estimated $1.55 billion. If no one wins it all tonight, the next Megatron could be one of the largest in history. But don't plan on entering a new tax bracket anytime soon. The odds of winning Mega Millions, no matter the size, stands about 1 in 300 million. But as Mike always says, you can't win if you don't play.
There's a chance.
Coming up today on GMSA at 9, from immigration to women's rights, a new art exhibition showcasing stories from South America.
Tiffany Huertas gives us a look at the powerful images. Plus, Jessie Degollado will be joining us to talk about the story she did on the history of a plantation in Wilson County.
Super fascinating story. Tune in for those stories and more today on GMSA at 9.
And the anticipation is building as we get closer to the second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic. Antonian, Holy Cross, Southside, Somerset, Jefferson, Uvalde, O'Connor, and Brandeis all taking part in the 2-day event. It begins on Friday night, August 25th, and then our triple header is Saturday, August 26th.
All right, so now's the time to get your tickets for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. They're on sale. You can find a link on KSAT.com. All the games are taking place at the Alamo Dome. And if you are not a KSAT insider, make sure to sign up so you can get the best seats in the house, along with other perks. Just look for the story on our website.
And I'm seeing some problems out there at I-10 East at Loop 410. Let's check back with Stephen.
Trouble on our Tuesday morning, guys. Unfortunately, I-10 East at Loop 410, we do have a crash. This is over on the city's east side. And you can see if you're heading along 410 northbound, you will find at least one of those lanes is blocked. And we haven't seen first responders arrive there to the scene, but 3 of those vehicles are off on the shoulder lane. And it does look like a serious issue that they're trying to get resolved here. So let's hope that there are no injuries, but just watch out if you're traveling along those northbound lanes. It's very busy, as you can see, pretty dangerous. So just watch out for everybody that's out there. I'm sure that we'll see some flashing lights pretty soon. I'm still trying to keep an eye here and find out if we can get a shot of this condition along 410 westbound at McCullough Avenue. We do have a crash that's popped up, and we are starting to see a little bit of that buildup take place in the westbound lanes of McCullough. So just 410, pardon me. So just watch out for that. Wide look at the map does show, again, we are off to a busy start. A lot of that red and congestion is starting to creep in. I'll keep a close eye on things, and I'll have more updates for you throughout the morning.
A couple of clouds hanging around here right now, and temperature stands at 80. We do have the excessive heat warnings and the red flag warnings in effect today. 104, and then nothing really changes. So just think about these temperatures, and then think how nice and pleasant it's going to be inside the dome for the Pigskin Classic. Yeah, you remember last year, it was such, I don't know if a carnival atmosphere is the right way to put it.
It was electric.
But it was so fun.
It was fun.
Everybody was just in a good mood, you know, and all the bands and the cheerleaders and everything. It was a blast. So come out and enjoy it.
I just remember people telling us in person, I'm so glad I came. I can't wait to come back next year.
All right, and we hope you do. Thank you for joining us today.